Pastor Rick, and I'm here with my guest,
Chrissy Cortese.
and this is Power and Dominion Ministries presents Straight Talk on Scripture. And I've got a powerful testimony for you today. My friend Chrissy is a walking miracle. In 2020, she received a diagnosis from her doctor that she had a malignant tumor on her pancreas, and that it hadn't spread yet to the pancreas, but it was just a matter of time. They needed to operate. And what you see in front of you is a walking, living, breathing miracle, because pancreatic cancer is deadly all the time. I don't know anybody who has escaped from it for any length of time. When pancreatic cancer is a death sentence. But before us sits my friend Chrissy, who obviously not only didn't die, but she's thriving. So Chrissy, tell us what happened when the doctor called you.
Well, the doctor didn't call me. I called the doctor.
Okay.
I had an attack of pancreatitis, which I didn't know.
Let me explain, which is severe abdominal pain. It's like gallbladder pain. It's unbearable.
Very bad, yeah. It's a continuous and continually gets worse and worse. I eventually went to the doctor. Doctor sent me to the hospital. The hospital did some tests, an MRI, a CAT scan, and they found a small tumor on my pancreas. They kept me for a few days in the hospital, and then they recommended that I go in to see a specialist, a surgeon. And the surgeon said they wanted to remove it before it got any larger. It took about 3 months for them to get the team together because of COVID. So in that 3 months, believe it or not, the tumor had already grown. And it went from, but God is so good. He had my back the whole time. It turned out to be stage 1 cancer, which they'd never seen. My doctor was 45 years, a surgeon doing pancreatic cancer operations, and he'd never seen a stage 1. So I know God was on my side right from the beginning.
Absolutely.
And they did the operation. They removed the tumor. Not only did they do the operation, but they found that my pancreas had been in the wrong, since birth, my pancreas was in the wrong place. And all the main arteries had grown around it. And my large intestine was now strangling my pancreas. And
So it's actually good they went in there.
it's great that they went in. And the reason they went in was I went on a diet, and the diet was only a couple of weeks, but the diet was high in fat. And being my pancreas was being strangled, and I don't have a gallbladder, that caused the pancreatitis, which caused them to find it at such an early stage. Anyway, I believe also that God prepared me for this trial for probably most of my life, because I've always had such a love for His Word, and such a, I love to be in the Word. I love to read it from the day I got saved till this day. Today, I love His Word. And He had given me a lesson to teach years ago on speaking His Word over our lives, speaking it out loud, declaring it, proclaiming it. And when I was diagnosed with the cancer, and they took it out, and they just kept telling me, oh, the operation should have taken 7 hours. Instead, it only took 5. And I should have been in the hospital for 7, 8, 10 days. I was only in there for 4. And they said they had no reason to keep me. I was healing and well enough to go home. And so I kept like thinking, God, you got this. It's finished. It's over. And then I went for a follow-up visit, and they said, yes, we find no cancer in any of the lymph glands. We found no cancer. But because it's such an aggressive cancer, we want to do the chemo.
And Chrissy, I'm going to stop you right there, because next week we're going to continue with what happened as Chrissy began the regimen of chemo. So remember, with Jesus, there's always hope, there's always love.
Amen.
We'll see you next week.